Okay, so today we are going to learn about work sharing, work set, central model, and creating schedules. So we will discuss about these things in details. Let's move forward. Okay, so let's start with a new file. Let me open this file. Okay, so here we have this file. All right, let me just change it to realistic. All right, okay. So when you work into a project, so you are not the only person who work or who create the model who is involved into this project. All the team members are involved. Like in a architectural team, there are few members who are like you will be developing the model, right? So you will be creating this model together, right? You won't be waiting for other person to complete his part of modeling and then you will be starting your part of modeling. It's not like that. So we work at the same time, right, at the same model. Okay, so how we can do that? So for that we have the option that is called work sharing. So with that option we coordinate with our team members, at the same time wherever we are. We can connect with our central model, and you can uh, work with your local file that is attached to the central file, and whatever you are changing, you are adding to the model, that will be reflected to the central model, and that will be reflected to the another local file. Okay, suppose you two guys are there, Chandrakant and Mohammed Hatim. uh, you guys are uh, can you mute your mic? Okay. You two guys are creating this model. Suppose Chandrakant is working for the first floor and Mohammed Hatim is working for the second floor. Okay. So you can see that you are working at the second floor, but you can check that what is going on the first floor there. What are the furnitures are being used, that you will be using the same, so you can check that while working with, uh, on your second floor. So that's for that we will uh, activate work sharing. Okay, so we can do that within our LAN connection or local area network, or else we can work with a cloud platform. So for that we need a common data environment. So that's cloud platform we use generally BIM 360. So in later classes we will learn about that BIM 360 as well. So let's go to that collaborate tab, and here you have seen this collaborate option. Okay, so this you have to activate. Okay, and there you have to define that within LAN or within that cloud platform you want to collaborate within your team. Okay, so you can first of all, let's don't save this. Okay, so we have to save this model and then go for the continue. And then it will ask you for LAN connection. Sorry, not within the LAN network you want to collaborate with, or within that WAN or that cloud platform which need internet connection. So within your network or in BIM 360 document management, what is your criteria? Okay, so let's go with this in BIM 360 document management. If you go for within your network, so there one single connection should be there, like LAN connection. So let's click on OK, and this file will, after this collaboration, this file will be converted into central file. Okay, so that is you can say that is the master file you are going to create when you enable this collaborate option. And this central file can be accessed by everyone as their local file. Okay, when you will open in your system, one local file will be created, and that is very much necessary to create a local file. Otherwise, if you change the central file, that central file cannot be accessed by any other team member, right? Suppose this file is needed to be accessed by structurals. Okay, so they cannot get the same file if you change this central file. So central file will be there until and unless you all are agreed to update the changes. All right, so the central file will be accessed. So let's define the location, doing project location, and let's define this technostruct, and this folder is created in this project files. So let's place here. Okay, let's go for initiate. So it's being uploaded into the cloud. It will take few seconds more to be uploaded into the cloud platform. So that cloud platform can be accessed by everyone wherever they are at the same time. They can access the same model, and there you can control the permissions as well. Who has the access? How many? Sorry, how much access you can allow to them? So that is controlled by the BIM manager or the project manager or the uh, admin of your team. Okay, so here you can see that this file has been uploaded here. Yes, so this is completed right now. Okay, so from here we can give permissions to some person that who can access this file. Okay, we can control here, and later we will discuss about this BIM 360. We will learn about this BIM 360 in our classes. Okay, so let me switch into Revit, and here you can see that this workspace, this some other tools are activated right now, and let me save it first after activating this collaboration option. Okay, and after activating this collaboration, there is no option like going back this collaboration. You cannot deactivate or disable this collaboration. Uh, Now let's go for this save. So you can go for this save, or let me go for save as, so that you can do. Okay. So let's go for save, and it's going to be saved. Yeah. Okay. So it is saved right now, and in this desktop where it is saved, let me come to this desktop and Revit. So here this architecture, this architecture file. Let me come to this desktop. Let me come to this documents. No, so let me go for save as. So let's go for save as. Save it as a project. Okay, so let me save it within this desktop. All right, and let me give it a name. Patch Mars. About the option, that is okay, and let's save it now. So now it has been created as a central file now. Okay, and after this I will show you that when you will be opening in your system, you will be creating a local file there. Okay, now let me close this. Okay, so here you can see this symbol is there. So that is here you can see at the top it's showing you that that is the central model, right? So this symbol means that is the central model. Okay, and let me open this central model now, and let me come to this here. So within this desktop I have saved this is the file, and here you can see that one backup folder has been created for this Revit file. So there will be some files which will work for this Revit file for your work sharing purpose. So that file is needed. We have no problem with that, but don't delete this. Okay. So let me select it, and here you see that this create new local is checked right now by default. It will be checked. You can uncheck this, so that if you want to open the central file, then uncheck this. So you also have this detached from central. So if you want to create a separate file from this file, or you want to take it as a reference to create a separate file, then you go for this detached from central, and you can do that. Next, let's go for this create new local option. Okay, so I don't want to change anything in the central file. I'll be changing in my local file, and if everything is all right, then I will upload it. Sorry, I will update it into my central file. Okay, so I will show you how you can do that. Okay, so always go with that create new local. Otherwise, if there is anything you don't want to change it, uh, suppose you are working, and that is still as a trial and error, or you are just developing, and if there is anything like you don't want to do that, so you will not get it done back. Okay. So always go for your create new local, and then go for open. Or this thing may hamper your other team members if you work with your central file. So they will be also doing with this create new local, and they will be working with uh, their local file, and all together you will be updating into that master file as or the central file. Let's click on open now, and here you can see that at the top, just look at the name. That central file name is there, and after that, at the last, the username or the local file name, local system name is there. So this is my local file, right? The central file name is there. The central file name is there, and along with that, the my account name is attached with that. So that is right now my local file. Okay. And now you come to this collaborate, and if you change anything, and you want to update it into the central file, so for that we have this synchronize now option is there. Okay. So synchronize will update this local, this will work as a save option, you can say. This will work as a save for your local file and update to the central file as well. So this changes will be reflected to your central file, and as well as to other local files as well. So they are connected with you through the central file. Okay, you can say your central file is the medium, or your master file is the medium for all local files. Okay. So you will be working in your local file, and when everything is done, and as per your team concern, you will be updating, you will be synchronizing. Okay. Now let's come to this work set. So this work set, this workset window has two default workset, that is workset 1 and that is workset or shared views or labels. These are the two default worksheet. Uh, Now here you can create your new workset. So what is workset? Workset, you can define it as a layer, you can say, like a layer in AutoCAD. What you do is like you create a layer, and in that layer you assign some objects. You create some line, circle, and some objects there, and you can control the visibility of those particular objects created in that particular layer. You can control the visibility, right? So here it's same kind of same thing, but here you have something more advanced things as well. Okay. So like here you can define the borrower. If that work set, you can assign to some particular member or some particular person. They can work with that work set. Okay. Like for uh, creating a first floor. Okay. So there is a first floor, and there is two member who can work only in the interior part, and who will be working on the exterior parts. Okay. So all the exterior components will be under a work set, and all the interior components will be under a work set. So that will be very much beneficial. So let me show you that. Okay. So here let me do this work set is there, and let me create a new work set. So new work set. So let me go for exterior. and click on OK. And let me go for new and interior. Okay, so here you can see that this is edible right now, editable. Okay, so if that is editable means only this worksite is editable means you can rename it, you can delete it. When you make it this editable no, so there you will not be able to uh, delete or rename. So let me assign this first. So after this we have to synchronize it. Okay, after creating this we have to synchronize with this, synchronize. Okay, so synchronization is done, so that is updated in the central file, and other local files can take that, so they will have some message over there. So suppose you are working with that. Okay, and you want to you before you want to synchronize your part to the central file, you want that update, but you don't want to update your part into the central file. So for that, what you will do, you will go for this reload latest. Okay, I have updated this workset part. You want to have that workset, but you don't want to update your parts into the central. So for that, you will go for reload latest and you will have that. And after that, you can go for your central, synchronize with central. Okay, so that is about your reload latest. I will come on this relinquish all mine, this part. I will come on this part later. And now let me come to this workstate window, and here you can see that this exterior is there, and here let me go for this no, and here you can see this delete and rename is disabled right now. Okay, so here you can select, and again you can go for this editable, so that means it is yes right now, editable yes, and here you can have again delete or rename. All right. So about this owner, so I am the owner right now. This account is the owner right now. Okay, and here you can see there is no borrower right now, and this is opened and visible in all views. So let's go for this. Okay, and let me define this. So let me come to this first floor now, and about these about these components. So here you can see these all are already defined with this worksheet 1. So I will just change it from here as interior. Okay. So I'll just select them. So they are already grouped. They are created as a group. Okay. So you can do like that. So it will be easier to be easy to select. It will be easier for selection. So let, let me do that. So here you can select one by one like this, and then you can define this as interior. Okay, so that you can do. All right. Now just focus on this thing, that this is the workset interior, right? And if I ungroup this, all the components will be interior. Okay, so that's the easiest thing, like that. Okay. All right, so here you see that when I'm selecting this component which are under workset, okay, workset 1 or any workset, so here you have this one. Okay, so if you come to this collaborate and then this work set. So here you see this work set is not editable right now. It's showing you that this is not editable. Okay. Now, if you go for this, make this element editable. So from here also you can make this element editable. Okay. So from here as well, you can do that. Come to collaborate and work set. And okay. So about this one, so let's come to this work set. And here you see that I am the borrower right now. I'm the borrower right now for this work set one. Okay, so I will be working on this part. And if I need to, suppose if I need to change this, if I need to change this also, this position, this work set, if I need to work with, so I have to make this element editable. Only this element. Okay, I was mixing with that editable option. So this one is for this element. Okay, so if even if you don't do that, and if you just simply move it, so this will be editable. And now here you can see that icon is not there. So that is, here you can see that is edited by this user. Okay, so there, that will be mentioned over there. Now this, for this one, not, no one has edited this. Okay, but this one is there, that is edited by this person, edited by this person. Okay, so this how you can borrow some other work set there. And your name will be mentioned there. Okay, and about this one, when you will start working with that, you will be added as a borrower there. Okay, and after working your part, what you will do is you will relinquish your ownership for the work set or the borrowed elements. All right, so this, here here you can see this, I'm the owner right now. So I have the ownership, so I have to relinquish this ownership. Okay, let me check it. Okay, so I have to go for this synchronize or save. Okay, so I haven't done that. Let me go with this synchronize now. Yes, after synchronizing, you will be relinquish. So that is done. Relinquish all mine, and here you see that I'm no longer the owner. Okay, so that means when I'm not the owner, so other persons are allowed to change this. Okay, so they don't need any permissions right now. Okay, suppose I'm the owner there. Okay, let me make it editable. Let me make it editable again. Suppose I'm the owner, so if you want to work with these work sets, this is for the interior. Okay, suppose you want to work with this offset, this work set. So when you will be working there, no, you will have one permission window opened. Okay, so this editing request, you will get that I'm the owner. Suppose someone is willing to work on this work set, so they cannot, generally they cannot do that changes like that, as because I am the owner. I am the owner now. So if I relinquish this, then anybody can work with this work set. So they don't need my permission. When I'm the owner, so they need my permission. Okay, so they can here you can see all the request. So this one request will be coming to you, that yeah, somebody wants to work with that, or wants to change something like that. You will have one request, and you can grant it, you can deny also.
So you can grant that, and they will have the permission to work on that. Okay, so this thing is needed uh, collaboration within the team. So you can, I think during the internship, probably you will be working on that. Okay. Uh, so that is how you will collaborate within your team. Uh, you can see others what are they working on, and if anything dependent, uh, if your work is dependent on the other part or other person's work, so you will be collaborating with each other, that uh, after this part, or you can track that part which is dependent for your work with this collaborate option. And let's come to this option. And here you can see that this is opened right now. And if I go for this interior option, and here if I go for this visible or views, let me make this interior only visible. So here you can see that this is visible right now. This is only visible, right? Okay. And now let me come to this visibility graphics option. This visibility graphics. I while describing about this visibility graphics, I told you that you will have some other tabs. So right now we have this worksheet tab. Okay, and here you can see that this other worksheet are not visible, and this interior is only visible here. And if you want to hide this, you can hide. Okay, so you can override this thing. Okay, or else this global setting. So this show or hide, that means here you see this visible. So in the worksheet, suppose you have made it not visible, and here you can make it show, like, okay, like the opposite. Here it is visible and you are hiding it, like the opposite you can do that also. Okay, so let me go for this apply, and okay, whatever it is right now, I'll have that. And that is okay. And here if I go for no, that is opened. Here if I go for no, and here you see that is not visible here, right? So let me show you that. Okay, that is not opened right now. And if I make it yes, they will come back. Click on OK, and here you see. Okay, now let me go for this no option, not opened, and let me click on OK. And if you do that, not opened, so in this visibility graphics option, you cannot override. You cannot override. So here you see that interior is closed. If you try to change this, like show, and if you go for apply, and here you see nothing is there, so that is closed. That you cannot, as because that is closed, you cannot do this visibility settings, visibility changes. This option is closed. This visibility override option is closed, you cannot do that. Okay, and all right, so that is about your opened option. Let me bring it back. All right, and about the synchronizing, so you have some settings over there. So here you see this is the central file location over there. So you can compact the central model. Okay, and here you see that after synchronizing, relinquish the following workset and elements. All right, so this will be relinquished, this file will be relinquished. Okay, and if you want to add any comments over there, so that you can do, and there you can see that it will first save the local file and then it will go for synchronizing with the central. When you synchronize, so it will first save this save within this local file and then it will update within central file, and that is okay. So it's synchronizing here. Okay, and if there is any ownership, so you, you relinquish. Okay, so suppose if you keep the ownership and if you are not working within your local file, so others cannot work until you give the permission to work. So always when you finish your work, always go for relinquish all mine, always relinquish your ownership there. All right, so this how we do it. Okay, and within this workset we have some other workset. So this is user created. These are your user created. uh, these are your user created. Okay, and these two are your Revit created. Okay, so if I uncheck this here, you will not be able to see them. Okay, so these all comes under this user created. Okay, and we have some families. So this is created as per the family. Okay, Revit creates them, Revit controls them. Okay, so here if you uncheck user created, so there you can see them. Okay, all right, this one, and if you open that, so here they will not be visible. Okay, so you cannot like assign them, you cannot assign them the families, this family worksheet. These are created by Revit itself. Revit controls it, Revit manage this. Okay, so you will be only working with your created worksheet or that two default worksheet one or shared views level grids. Okay, so same like that as per the views, there are some worksets there. Okay, so like this drafting view, this 3D view, this workset is there. Okay, so this is controlled by controlled by Revit. Okay, and there are families and as per the project standards as well. So we have some project standards, and as per that Revit creates this worksets. Okay, so this will be there for uh, for your project standards as well. So most of them will be same uh, for all the files, project standards, families, and views. Okay, so the families you will be adding to your project. So according to that, this family workset will be there. Okay, all right. So that is all about your collaboration part. And now let's go for creating schedules. Okay, so here we have this option schedules or quantities option. So here some door schedules are already created. So let me just show you them. So here just see it that this door schedule is created, and this has this field, this schedule contains this field. So you can create like that. So for that what you have to do is come to this schedule option, and there right click on it, and you have this new schedule or quantities. Or else you can come to this view tab, and here you have this schedule under this create panel, schedules, and here you have this schedules or quantities. You can go for material takeoff, I'll be coming on that later. So schedule or quantities, and then what is the category. So like if you're going for wall, so that you can mention. So let's choose this wall schedule. So here you can see that schedule building components, and the phase is new construction. So all the elements are under new construction. There you can mention like uh, the existing, what are the components in the existing phase. I want to uh, execute the schedules for those components only. So there you can mention this phase. Okay. Or how much part is demolished, we want to extract the schedules for those components. There you can mention it. Okay, so let's go for this wall schedule, and then we have to add these fields like this width, height. These fields we have to add. So let me just add this family and type, so that we will have the name of our wall. Okay, and after that let me add length, then yeah, let me add width as well, add volume, and other uh, like the structural materials. Suppose if you want to add that structural material, you can add it also. Let's go with that. Okay, so let's go with this thing, and this thing is added. If you want to remove it, double click, that will be added again here. If you double click here, it will be added to the schedule fields. All right, so here as well we can add some calculated parameters as well. We can add a new parameter over there, so like this one, you can add new parameters over there. Okay, you can create new parameters if it is assigned, that will work. Okay, we can add some calculated parameters, so that will calculate something like if you want to calculate your number of bricks, so there you can go for this number of bricks and all you can add. Okay, so first of all let me go with that normal fields. Okay, and let's click on OK, and here you can see that is created. This is the type, this is the wall we have applied, this is the length, this is width, and this is the volume. Okay, so here you can see all the type of walls are there. Okay, so suppose I want to separate this for this exterior walls. These exterior walls, I want only these exterior walls to be available within this schedule. So for that, what I'll do, I will come to this filter or sorting or grouping option. So here let me go for this filter, and there. Okay, so not this one. I think I have to sort and group, sort by family and type, and in the ascending order. If I need to add header or footer, I can do. So in this header, titles and totals, and let's go for okay, and here you can see that within this type we have this exteriors. Okay, so all the exteriors first, and then we can go for this filter over there. So the filter option cannot be for this family type. There you can mention like this volume. Okay, suppose if you go for this volume, so equals or like equals, let's go for equals, and there let me choose which one, like this 11.37. So uh, all the walls which has this volume will be filtered over there. So there will be only this volume walls. Okay. So with this you can filter it. You will have only these walls over there. Okay. And about this formatting option, this suppose you want that volume total of your volume, so come to this formatting option, and here you go for this volume, and there you mention like calculate totals. Okay, there you mention calculate totals, and you click on OK, and here you have this, the total volume for this. Okay, so this is how you can create your wall. All right. So now let me come to this field option here, and if you go for this add calculated parameter. Okay, so here you will be adding like a number of bricks, Okay, so discipline is common, and that will be your number. The type will be number, right? And you will be adding one formula there. So can anybody tell me what should I put in this formula? Just tell me that what will be the volume for one what I say uh, for one brick. What will be the volume for one brick? What is the volume for one brick?
Length into breadth into height, sir.
Yeah, that is right. But what is the standard brick size? So the standard brick size is 190 mm by 90 mm by 90 mm, and you will be adding your 10 mm thickness for plaster, right? So after the plaster, that will be 200 mm by 100 mm by 100 mm. Okay. So if you multiply this, you can convert it in meter, or you can have it in millimeters. So like it will be 0.002 meter cube, right? So like 200 into, let me calculate also, and 100. So that is 2 into 10 to the power 6 millimeter cube, or 0.002 meter cube. Okay. So then you have the total volume of your work, and you know this is the one volume of your brick. Okay. So if you divide this volume from the total volume of your wall, you will have the number of bricks, right? Right?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
But are we getting the volume of the wall, or we are getting the volume of the room in this thing?
Yes, this wall. Here you
Oh,
see this wall. For this wall, we have this much of length, 4 feet 4 inches length, and for that we are getting this volume.
oh.
Okay, so here you will be selecting this volume, okay, and then divided by, here you can mention 0.002 meter cube if you are doing in the meter, or else you have to convert this into cubic feet, right? So let me convert 0.0706, and that will be the cubic feet, and let's click on OK and OK. And here you see this is the number of bricks. 160 bricks will be there for your 4 feet 4 inches wall. Okay, so here you see that 160.98, we cannot place this 0.98 brick, right? So we have to round it up, right? So what you do is you select this column, and here you can come to this format unit, uncheck this, it's being used as per the project settings. So here what you will do is make it fixed, and there you go for this rounding decimal 0, and here you see. All right, so this way you can do this, or else what you can do is you can come to this appearance option, or this formatting, sorry, this formatting, come to this number of bricks, and there you have this field format, and there is the same thing. Okay, so you can do this right from here as well. So that is the same thing which I have just showed you. All right, so there you can round it up, and you will have, so any kind of, you just need to know the formula. You can create your own field there, like if you want to calculate the plaster quantity, the cement quantity, so there you can easily put the formula and you can have it. All right. Okay, so if you want to have the plaster things and other materials for your walls, so let me open any simple file there, let me go to this open project, and this one, let me open that. Okay, all right, so for this one I'll just select this as existing, this one I'll select it as existing. Okay, this one, and here this one is selected, and let me check it, let me check this. Let me not change it here, let me just change this or else let's create with this. Let me come to this edit type, and here let me create with this, so I'll go for this duplicate option there, and let me define exterior wall, and you give 225 mm, and okay, and let me go for this, this one will be 200, and that will be your brick or any other. If you need to place any other that you can define. So here it will be brick common, and let's go for OK, and let me insert this down, and it will be substrate 2, and there you can mention that plaster, and it is to the exterior side. So let me define 13, and let me define here 12. Okay, and come to this material option there, and there you can search for plaster, or here I think you will be getting it. So let me just select concrete, and there let me just check it if there is plaster named, or here you can search for plaster if it is there. No, it is not there. Okay, yeah, here it is. So let me just add it there, the appearance that is there, and let's click on OK, and let me just copy, Control C, copy, and Control V. All right, let's click on OK, and this is the existing, right? So okay, so here we have within this existing. So this one is the existing. I will only create the schedule for this one, so that will be easier to understand for you guys. So let me go for this schedule option. So I will not now select this schedule. I will go for, sorry, I will go for this material takeoff. Okay, so the category is wall material takeoff, and the phase is existing, and what will be the, so you can choose for material cost, material area, material volume there. Let's go for this material volume, material unit weight. Okay, so this thing you have to define. So we haven't defined material unit weight, so I will not take that. And material name. Okay, and material cost, you have to add the material cost here. It will not be calculated itself. So, and if you have added any paint over there, so you can add the material as paint, and material area is there. So material area you can add length, you can add function there, you can add family and type. And about this family and type, and let me move it up. So here you can have control this if you want to move it up, if you want to down it, this place it down. So here you have this option, move parameter down. Let me place at the top, and let me calculate area, material area, and material as paint. So let me place it over there, material area, material as paint. Okay, and here it is done. All right, family and type, material cost. Now let me go for this material name, and here let's go for this equal, and what I'll do, I'll go for plaster. So let's click on OK. What is happening? Okay, so that is don't know what the phase created is existing, but Okay, so that's the thing. Okay, so let's here let me define this phase as existing now. Okay, so here you can see we have for this one material area is this for your plaster. You have this much of volume for this plaster, and the cost you haven't added, as I have told you, the length for length as per the wall, and the function is exterior. And here you can apply paint. Okay, so there you have this modify. Within this modify you have this paint option there, and you can go for this split face. So you can split this face to add some designs over there, like let me just simply go for this. I think we can go like this. Okay, and then after that you have this manage and materials. In this materials, just check that uh, the paint you have created or not. So here you can create your paint and then you can go for apply. Okay, so otherwise when you go for this modify, there you can just only the paint, you can just only select the paint, you cannot create it here. Okay, so make sure that you have created it. All right, so let me check if it is if anything is there. Let me select, and here let me select it. Let me select this one. Nothing is applied. So better you go for this manage materials, and there you create some materials over there. So let me create a new material. So that will be paint. Okay, and there you can mention like exterior paint one, and then you can come to this asset browser over there, and there you can go for any paint. You can search for paint, and there will be all the list for your paint. So these are for your wall paint. From here you can choose, or you can come to specifically for this wall paint there. Let me choose, this dark tortoise. Okay, so this is created over there, and that let me choose this roller application, and that is done. Let's go for okay, and again I will need to create another one. So for that I will go for create new material identity, that will be paint, and uh, exterior paint 2. Follow this thing for follow it carefully. This how you can you can create any kind of material there, and after that you come to this asset library. So you can easily add all these properties as per your material. So paint is the option, search for it, and then you can come to this paint. So here it is, this, let me just stretch it. So this is physical asset, and this is appearance library. Okay, so there are different material types are there. Okay, so here you can choose like let me choose this one. Okay, and now let me close this, and here you can change this as well. Okay, you can change the colors from here. You can change the color. Let's go for OK, and now you come to this modify, and there you have this paint option there, and there you choose that exterior. So here you have this exterior paint. Let me select exterior paint over there. It should be applied, I think. I'm not getting it why they are not being applied. So let me change it to show all, and let me come to this there, modify, and this paint. Let me go for this exterior paint, and if I select this, it is applied. Like this, it will be applied over there. Okay. So this will be applied. I don't know why it is not being applied to this way. Let me uncheck this split face, and let me just delete this split
Sir,
face. Yes.
in that wall properties, maybe you have unchecked, you have put the material to none. Maybe you should have checked the structural thing in that wall properties.
About
Material.
this one.
Yeah, in the material thing. In
This
the
one, no?
in the properties browser. So
This one, and here.
no, not here. In this property browser, there'll be one material thing, sir. Here. Yeah.
No, there will be not that. It's not like that. Okay, this is just your simple wall. So it's not about that family. So that we have applied for the family. Yes. Uh, so I'm not getting it. I don't know. So what you can do is, if I am not eligible to apply on this surface, so what I can do is I can come to this, and here I can add. So let me change it to finish one there, and there I can apply that exterior paint one, and here I can go for insert and bring it down, and this will be finish 2 to the interior side. This is interior side. To this interior side, you'll be adding finish 2, and to the exterior side you'll be adding finish 1, and that will be your exterior paint 2. And for paint, there will be no thickness. If you are adding some coating like putty, there you can add some thickness. So let's go for that. Click on OK. Okay, so here you can define like 2 mm. There you can define like 3 mm. That is okay, and let's apply and okay. Some okay, no problem. Let me come to this filter option there, and the material, let me do it none. Click on OK, and here you can see that for this exterior paint that is applied. Okay, so that you have applied, and the material as paint, that is for the when you apply on the exterior side like this way, when you will go for that, so that there you will have it. Okay, suppose if I create, let me go for this. Okay, so see that I am creating this one here, and I can see this, but I don't know why I am not eligible to see it for this one. Have I done anything? Okay, this, so there may be something wrong with this wall there. Let me bring that back. Let me go this one and create similar, and let me place it over there. Okay, so that is placed right now, and let me see, attach top or base, this as top. Yeah, so here we have attach top base. Here we have, so that is okay now. All right, for this file, and let me delete this one now, and about this let me just define it to existing. Yeah, so here it is. Okay, and now let me, okay, sorry, I forgot that I have added this to existing, so as per that we are having it, like, right? So here you see that as per this we have this graphics override, right? Or this, then this phase filter. So this will be for this existing. When we will only go for this show complete, it will be, or for this previous and previous phase, this will be overridden, and as per this existing, this will be like this. So so that's why. Okay, so the material is phase exist, so that's why. All right, so nothing to worry. Okay, we have find out the problem. Okay, so about this schedules, we have added this one. Okay, so for this paint we have this area, so this much paint will be applied. Okay, and for this plaster, this is the area right now, and from this material area you can extract your cement quantities, your sand quantity. Okay. So you know where you have add, where you can add, come to this field, and there you have this add calculated parameter, and there you can apply it. Okay. So this is all for today.